as well. You know, I mean, I remember when I was racing in America, it was very funny guy. This guy called John Hayes. And by the way, if you're listening, John, big shout out to you. You were a fantastic engineer. Only had him for a day. Now he wasn't my 2 out of the 8 now, okay, because I didn't get to know him that well. But we only had a practice day, and he just kept things so simple. You'd come in at the end of a test day or a track day, and he would say, he would say, what did he say? He'd go, Peter, okay, what's the understeer like? It's quite a bit. Okay, stop. On a scale of 1 to 5, what is it? As in 5 being the worst understeer you've ever had. I'm like, 3. And you see, I was used to coming from a place where, well, hang on, do you want me to tell you what lap it's coming in? What corner it's coming in? And he was looking at me like I had 10 heads. But like, to me, that's exactly what a racing driver should have. Record everything. A racing driver is like a video recorder. You're observing, recording, and repeating everything you find on the track. It is absolute crucial, because that can be the difference between winning and losing. Because if you're doing a 50 lap race, for example, the first 20 laps can be fine. They can go really, really well. But after 20 laps, all of a sudden the tires start to overheat, or they start to grain, and all of a sudden understeer kicks in. Now, guys, understeer, basically, if anybody doesn't know, understeer is when you turn into a corner and the car just feels like it's going straight on. So maybe it's hard to explain, but maybe you can see it when you watch onboard footage of Formula 1 or any other racing cars. So there is that feeling. You turn into a corner and it just feels like it just goes straight on. It doesn't turn free, in other words, right? So you could have understeer kick in after 20 laps, and all of a sudden then the car's off balance. So it's so important that you figure out who you are with this relationship with this engineer, where you are with the car. Can I handle it after 10 laps? Can I handle it after 20 laps? If I do a 20 lap stint and everything's going really well, then what happens after the 20 laps? I mean, there's so much to delve into as a racing driver, up to the engineer, and this is where you need to work really, really close with your engineer. And let's not forget, midway through the season, pre-season, at the end of the season, you're putting your life in your hands with the engineer. Now, as a racing driver, you don't go around thinking it, okay? You know, like, we know there's danger, but, you know, firstly, we love the adrenaline and the danger. I mean, I gotta admit, you do love the fucking danger. It's a huge rush. The risk element of it, you know? And hey, you know, God forbid, touch wood, I got out of it alive. I mean, I've known guys who actually died. I've known 3 guys very, very well. They're all dead, unfortunately. But that doesn't mean it was the engineer's fault. It just they got into accidents on the track, hitting other guys, or guys hit other them. So I'm not saying there's nothing, by the way. There was no engineer's fault for these guys. So it is crucial. And I'll never forget it. I'll never forget this.